Welcome back to a new Good Influence podcast. Today, we are going to talk about HunyuanVideo.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It is pretty amazing stuff.
It is.
A novel open source video generation model surpassing existing open source alternatives and rivaling closed source models in performance.
It really is amazing to see this level of sophistication in an open source model.
It really is. For so long, the most advanced AI models have been locked away in these walled gardens, accessible only to a select few.
Exactly. But HunyuanVideo is changing the game.
Yeah.
It's throwing open the doors and inviting everyone to the party.
It is.
Researchers, developers, even hobbyists, you can all dive into the code, experiment with it, and push the boundaries of what's possible.
You know, it's like the difference between being handed a pre-packaged meal and having access to a fully stocked kitchen.
Yeah.
With HunyuanVideo, you have all the ingredients and the freedom to cook up something amazing.
That's a great analogy. And the best part is, you're not limited by what someone else thinks you should make.
Yeah.
You can experiment, try new recipes, and maybe even invent something completely new. That's the power of open source.
So this isn't just some cool tech demo.
Oh.
HunyuanVideo is actually a top performer in the world of AI video generation. Tell me more about that.
Well, when they put HunyuanVideo head-to-head with other models, including some big names in the commercial closed source world, it consistently came out on top.
Wow.
They even had human evaluators rank the videos, and guess what?
What?
HunyuanVideo was ranked the highest overall.
Wow, that's seriously impressive.
Yeah.
Were there any specific areas where it really blew the competition out of the water?
One area where it really shined was motion quality.
Okay.
You know how some AI-generated videos can look a little jerky or unnatural? Well, HunyuanVideo seems to have cracked the code on generating truly smooth and believable movement.
That's a big deal, right? If the motion is off, it can completely ruin the illusion.
Absolutely. And it's not just about making things look pretty. Realistic motion is essential for creating immersive experiences and for conveying emotions effectively.
So we have an open source model that's also a performance powerhouse. What's the secret sauce behind HunyuanVideo? What makes it tick?
A big part of it comes down to the data they use to train it.
Okay.
The team behind HunyuanVideo was incredibly meticulous about building a high-quality training data set.
Right.
They started with a massive collection of videos from all sorts of sources, but then they put it through a rigorous filtering process.
Sounds like they were really serious about quality control.
They were. Think of it like refining crude oil into gasoline.
Okay.
You start with a raw material and then apply multiple stages of processing to extract the most valuable components.
Okay, I'm following you. So they started with a huge pool of videos and then filtered out the duds.
Exactly. They used all sorts of criteria.
Okay.
Basic things like video duration and aspect ratio, but also more sophisticated analyses using AI tools. For example, they used a tool called Dover to assess the aesthetic quality of the videos and custom-train models to identify videos with compelling motion.
So they were looking for videos that were both visually stunning and had interesting movement.
Exactly. They wanted the model to learn from the best of the best.
Right.
And for the final stage of fine-tuning, they brought in human annotators to handpick the most visually appealing and dynamic clips. It's like having an art curator select the masterpieces for a museum exhibition.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to train an AI to create amazing videos, you need to feed it amazing source material. But there's more to it than just the data, right? There's got to be some serious tech wizardry going on under the hood.
You're right. HunyuanVideo incorporates some really innovative architectural components that help it achieve this level of performance. One of those is a 3D variational autoencoder, or 3D VAE.
3D VAE.
3D VAE, that sounds a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for us non-techie folks?
Think of it like packing a suitcase efficiently.
You want to fit in as much as possible without wrinkling your clothes, right?
Right.
A 3D VAE does something similar with video data.
Okay.
It compresses the information without losing any important details.
Oh, okay.
So the AI can work with even longer, higher resolution videos.
So it's like a super smart compression algorithm.
Exactly. And this compressed representation is then fed into the heart of the model, which is a powerful transformer architecture. Now, what's really cool is that HunyuanVideo uses a single transformer model for both images and video.
Hold on.
Yeah.
A single model for both images and video.
Yes.
That's pretty clever.
It is.
So it's learning from both at the same time.
That's right. It's like a student who can excel in both math and English.
Right.
They're able to
Yeah.
learn and apply concepts from both domains. But
Right.
there's one more piece of the puzzle. We have to talk about text prompts.
Okay.
Those are the instructions we give the AI to tell it what kind of video to create.
Right. How does HunyuanVideo understand what we're asking it to do?
This is where large language models...
Or LLMs come in.
Uh-huh.
HunyuanVideo leverages the power of LLMs not only to understand those prompts,
Okay.
but to actually rewrite them into a form that's ideal for the model.
I see.
Think of it like having a translator who can bridge the gap between human language and AI language.
So it's not just blindly following our instructions.
Right.
It's actually interpreting them and figuring out the best way to translate our words into visuals.
Precisely. And this ability to understand complex prompts and nuances is one of the reasons why HunyuanVideo can create such detailed and captivating videos.
Yeah.
But there's one more key ingredient in the HunyuanVideo recipe: scalability.
Okay, so what does scalability mean in this context? Does it mean the videos can be any size?
It's more about handling complexity.
Okay.
HunyuanVideo is designed to work with massive datasets, large model sizes, and immense computing power.
Wow.
The team used something called neural scaling laws to figure out the optimal balance between these factors.
Okay.
They didn't just build a big model, they built a smart model that can grow and learn efficiently. So it's not just about brute force.
You're right.
It's about using those resources wisely.
Yes. And the scaling process was done in stages.
I see.
They started by training the model on images, then progressed to shorter videos,
Okay.
and gradually worked their way up to longer and higher resolution videos. Imagine an athlete training for a marathon.
Yeah.
They don't just start running 26 miles right away.
No.
They build up their endurance gradually,
Right.
starting with shorter distances.
Okay, it's all starting to come together now.
Yeah.
You have this incredible data set, this sophisticated architecture,
Right.
and this smart scaling approach. It's like
Yeah.
a perfect storm for AI video generation.
Yeah.
But you know what everyone really wants to know, right?
What's that?
What can this thing actually do? Can we see some examples?
Absolutely. HunyuanVideo has some truly mind-blowing capabilities.
Okay.
Let's start with text alignment.
Right?
This means it can accurately translate even complex prompts, ones with multiple characters, actions, and specific details, into a corresponding video.
Okay, I need to see this in action. Give me an example of a complex prompt that HunyuanVideo can handle.
Imagine this. A white cat sits on a white soft sofa like a person, while its long-haired male owner with his hair tied up in a top knot sits on the floor gazing into the cat's eyes. His child stands nearby observing the interaction between the cat and the man.
Wow, that's incredibly detailed. Can it really capture all those elements?
It can. You'll see the cat perched on the sofa, the owner with his specific hairstyle.
Yeah.
The child watching them. Every detail is translated flawlessly into the video. It's really quite remarkable.
That's incredible. What else can it do?
It's also a champ at high motion dynamics. It can depict realistic and fluid movement in all sorts of scenarios,
Yeah.
even action-packed ones. Take, for instance, this prompt. At sunset, a modified Ford F-150 Raptor roared past on the off-road track. The raised suspension allowed the huge explosion-proof tires to flip freely on the mud, and the mud splashed on the roll cage.
Okay, that one definitely sounds a bit more intense.
It is. And HunyuanVideo can capture all that dynamic energy. You see the truck racing through the mud, the tires kicking up dirt,
Yeah.
the suspension working hard. It all looks incredibly realistic, like something out of an action movie.
I'm starting to see why those human evaluators were so impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
What about creativity?
All right.
Can HunyuanVideo go beyond just replicating what it's seen in the training data? Can it generate videos that are truly imaginative and unique?
It can. It has this impressive capacity for what we call concept generalization, meaning it can combine and recombine concepts in new ways, even if those combinations haven't been explicitly seen in the training data.
You're gonna have to give me an example of that. I need to see it to believe it.
Here's a prompt that showcases this ability. In a distant galaxy, an astronaut floats on a shimmering pink gemstone-like lake that reflects the vibrant colors of the surrounding sky, creating a stunning scene. The astronaut gently drifts on the lake's surface while the soft sounds of water whisper the planet's secrets. He reaches out, his fingertips gliding over the cool, smooth water.
Wow, that's a beautifully written prompt. And I'm guessing HunyuanVideo can actually create a video that lives up to that description.
It can. It generates a scene that's both imaginative and visually stunning.
Okay.
The pink lake, the astronaut floating peacefully,
Wow.
the sense of wonder and otherworldliness, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the kicker.
Okay.
It's very unlikely that this specific combination of elements ever appeared in the training data.
Right.
HunyuanVideo is truly able to generalize and create something new.
That's incredible.
But hold on, there's more. HunyuanVideo can also reason about sequences of actions.
You mean it can tell a story visually?
Exactly. Imagine this prompt. The woman walks over and opens the red wooden door. As the door swings open, seawater bursts forth in a realistic style. HunyuanVideo can depict that entire sequence of events. The woman approaching the door opening, the water rushing in.
Oh.
It's all done in a way that makes sense visually and tells a coherent story.
My mind is officially blown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already imagining all the incredible things people can create with this technology.
The possibilities are truly endless. But before we dive into those,
Okay.
let's take a moment to appreciate just how groundbreaking HunyuanVideo really is.
Yeah.
This isn't just a small step forward, it's a giant leap for AI video generation.
I totally agree. It's not just about making cool videos. It's about opening up a whole new world of possibilities for creativity, communication, and innovation.
Mm-hmm.
But we've covered a lot of ground already.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a good time to take a short break and come back refreshed.
sounds good to me. We'll be back in a moment to explore some of the amazing applications being built on top of HunyuanVideo.
Sounds great.
Don't go anywhere.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back
Welcome back.
and ready for more HunyuanVideo awesomeness.
Right.
Where do we go from here?
Well, now that you have a good understanding of how powerful HunyuanVideo is, let's explore what you can actually do with it.
Okay.
Remember all those incredible capabilities we talked about?
Yeah.
Those are just the building blocks.
Okay.
People are already using them to create some seriously impressive applications.
Okay, you've got my attention. What kind of applications are we talking about?
Let's start with something that might surprise you.
Okay.
Audio generation.
Okay.
Imagine being able to create realistic sound effects
Uh-huh.
and even music
Wow.
that perfectly match the visuals in your AI-generated videos.
Ooh, hold on. You're telling me that HunyuanVideo can make sounds too. I thought it was all about the visuals.
It can.
Really?
It might sound like magic, but it's actually quite clever.
Okay.
They've developed a special module that analyzes the video and generates corresponding audio based on what's happening on screen.
So if there's a scene with a car chase, it would automatically add the sounds of engines roaring and tires screeching.
Exactly. And if there's a scene with a gentle breeze blowing through a forest,
Yeah.
it could create the sounds of rustling leaves and birds chirping.
Wow.
It's like having a built-in Foley artist and composer right inside your AI.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It would be a game changer for independent filmmakers or anyone who doesn't have the budget for a professional sound designer.
You got it.
Okay.
It levels the playing field and opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities.
Yeah.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
HunyuanVideo can also do something called image-to-video generation.
Image to video.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
It means you can take a single image, like a photograph,
Uh-huh.
and have HunyuanVideo generate a video that extends the scene,
Wow.
bringing it to life with motion and storytelling.
Well,
It's like taking a still frame from a movie
right.
and letting the AI imagine what happens next.
Oh, wow. So I could take a picture of a beautiful sunset
Yeah?
and then have HunyuanVideo create a video of the sun sinking below the horizon with clouds moving across the sky and maybe even some birds flying overhead.
Precisely. And you can even guide the AI by adding a text prompt.
Oh, wow.
You could say something like, as the sun sets, the sky turns a fiery orange and a flock of birds flies towards the horizon, their silhouettes outlined against the glowing clouds.
This is incredible. I'm already picturing all the amazing things photographers and artists could do with this.
Yeah,
It's like giving them a whole new set of tools to bring their vision to life.
it is. And it has applications beyond just art and entertainment.
Right?
Think about educational content, marketing materials, even historical recreations. The possibilities are truly endless.
Okay, you're making me feel like I'm living in the future. Is there anything this AI can't do?
Well, it's important to remember that HunyuanVideo is still a tool.
Right.
It's only as good as the data it's trained on and the prompts it's given. But one area where it's showing immense potential is in avatar animation.
Avatar animation, you mean like creating those virtual characters that look and move like real people?
Exactly. Imagine being able to create your own digital avatar and have it move and speak just like you. Or maybe even like a character from your favorite movie or video game.
Okay, that's officially crossed the line from cool to mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Tell me more. How does it actually work?
Researchers are training HunyuanVideo on massive data sets of videos that
Yeah.
capture people speaking, moving, and expressing themselves.
Uh-huh.
The AI learns to associate certain audio cues,
Okay,
facial expressions, and body language with specific movements in the avatar.
okay.
It's like teaching a puppeteer how to control a marionette.
I see.
But in this case, the puppet is digital and the puppeteer is an AI.
So it's learning to read our cues and translate them into digital movements. That's pretty amazing.
It is.
But what about the appearance of the avatar? Can you customize that?
Absolutely. That's one of the great things about HunyuanVideo.
Okay.
It's incredibly flexible.
Right.
You can start with a reference image of your desired avatar.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a photo of yourself, a drawing, even a 3D model,
Okay.
and then use HunyuanVideo to bring it to life.
So I could create an avatar that looks just like me,
You could.
or maybe like a superhero, or even a talking animal.
You got it. The only limit is your imagination.
Yeah.
And as the technology continues to evolve,
All right.
we can expect to see even more realistic and expressive avatar animations.
That's amazing.
Imagine a world where you can interact with virtual characters that are indistinguishable from real people.
Okay, now I'm really feeling like I'm in a science fiction movie. But this is all happening right now, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
And it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
We're only scratching the surface of what's possible with avatar animation.
wait.
Think about the implications for virtual reality,
Yeah.
online gaming,
Uh-huh.
even education and healthcare.
Wow.
Imagine attending a virtual meeting where everyone is represented by their own personalized avatar, or learning from a virtual teacher who can respond to your questions and adjust their teaching style based on your needs.
This is blowing my mind. It sounds like avatar animation could revolutionize the way we interact with technology and with each other.
It very well could, and it's all thanks to the power of HunyuanVideo and the incredible community of researchers and developers who are pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
This has been an incredible journey so far.
It has.
I'm starting to see why HunyuanVideo is such a big deal.
It is, and we're not done yet.
Oh.
There's one more application I want to tell you about.
Uh-huh.
It's still in the early stages of development, but it has the potential to be truly transformative.
Okay, you got me hooked. What is it?
Oh.
Spill the beans. What's this groundbreaking application that has you so excited?
It's called scene composition control.
Okay,
This is where things get really interesting because it goes beyond just animating characters.
right.
Imagine being able to manipulate the entire scene.
Yeah.
Camera angles, the lighting, the placement of objects, everything.
Whoa, hold on a second. You're saying we could actually direct the AI like a film director,
Yeah.
telling it exactly how we want the scene to look and feel?
That's the idea. It's still early days,
Okay.
but researchers are already experimenting with techniques that allow you to specify things like camera movements, zooms, pans, tilts,
Okay.
and even shot types like close-ups and wide shots.
So instead of just giving the AI a text prompt and hoping for the best,
Right,
we could actually take control of the camera and create truly cinematic shots.
exactly. And it goes beyond just camera work.
All right.
Imagine being able to adjust the lighting to create a specific mood.
Right.
Maybe a warm, inviting glow or a cool, dramatic shadow.
I see.
Or you could rearrange objects within the scene to emphasize certain elements or tell a specific story.
This is blowing my mind. I can already see filmmakers, game developers, even architects and interior designers using this to visualize their ideas in a whole new way.
Absolutely. It's like having a virtual film set at your fingertips.
Yeah.
You can experiment with different camera angles, lighting setups, and compositions until you achieve the exact look and feel you're going for.
Wow.
And the best part is, as HunyuanVideo continues to evolve, these scene composition tools will only become more powerful and intuitive.
It's incredible to think that we're just scratching the surface of what this technology can do.
It is.
What an amazing deep dive this has been.
It really has.
I'm starting to see why everyone's calling HunyuanVideo a game changer in the world of AI.
It is. And it's all thanks to the power of open source.
Right.
By making this technology accessible to everyone, HunyuanVideo is fostering a global community of innovators who are pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
I can't wait to see what the future holds. This has been a truly enlightening experience.
It's been great talking to you.
Thanks so much for sharing your insights with me today.
It's been my pleasure. I'm always excited to talk about the incredible things happening in the world of AI.
Yeah.
And I think HunyuanVideo is a shining example of the transformative power of this technology.
That's it for today's Good Influence.
Dive deeper into HunyuanVideo, a game changer in AI video. Remember, use AI ethically. Subscribe, like, and share for more tech insights. Stay curious, stay informed, stay a good influence.